way, we've stopped at Mount Robson, the mountain there, and got some fuel and some breakfast. Currently we're at Rearguard Falls, and this is amazing. Last time we were here 9 years ago, we saw salmon jumping.
Well, a beautiful, crisp good morning to the Silver.gypsies. So we're just leaving Jasper after another great overnight stay. Today we're going to head to Kamloops with some great scenery alongside the road. So we've ridden this route before, a couple of times actually, but in the reverse direction. So today we're going to showcase to you Mount Robson. It's the highest peak in Canada. Rearguard Falls, where we've previously seen salmon jumping up the falls, and also the many mountains and waterways as this great scenic road, the Yellowhead Highway, passes through.
Last night we stayed in the Tonquin Inn in Jasper. Great little stay. It's just out of town but not far to walk at all. Really accommodating they were, because we'd had to cancel our stay a few days earlier, and they had no problems to do that full refund. We trekked on into town, started pouring with rain, so ducked into Earl's restaurant, had a great dinner. Stu maintains that it's the best steak that he had our entire trip, so that was pretty awesome.
Today we're riding alongside the Fraser River until a few miles past Mount Robson, where we turn south on Highway 5 to head to Kamloops. The Fraser's the longest river in British Columbia at a length of 1,400 kilometres. Its headwaters are in the Rockies, and it discharges in the Pacific Ocean just south of Vancouver. The average discharge of this river is a whopping 3,500 cubic metres per second. There are several large lakes along its length, one of which is the beautiful Moose Lake. Moose Lake is a fly fisherman's paradise. The lake is stocked full of rainbow trout that feed on local freshwater shrimp. In the winter, the lake freezes over, which brings out the hardier fishermen who bore a hole in the ice just so they can continue fishing. In the summer, the lake provides canoeing, hiking, camping, and even swimming, if you're brave enough to jump in the frigid water.
Mount Robson is absolutely stunning. It loves to play hide and seek in the clouds, as it is with us today. So if you're fortunate enough to be travelling north through the park on a clear day, you will be welcomed by the gargantuan peak with its cap of snow and ice. Mount Robson is the most prominent mountain in North America's Rocky Mountain Range. It is also the highest point in the Canadian Rockies. The mountain is located entirely within Mount Robson Provincial Park of British Columbia and is part of the Rainbow Range. Mount Robson boasts great vertical relief over the local terrain. From Kinney Lake, the southwest side of the mountain rises 2,975 metres to the summit. However, the peak is nearly 4,000 metres or 13,000 feet above sea level. The north face of Mount Robson is highly glaciated, and 800 metres of ice extends from the summit to the Berg Glacier down to Berg Lake. Robson this morning, got some fuel and some breakfast. We're at Rearguard Falls at the moment. Last time we were here 9 years ago, we saw salmon jumping. They're not jumping today, but the amount of water that falls over these falls is unbelievable. We're heading to Kamloops this afternoon. It's just stunning scenery all along the way. Magnificent. It's really, really beautiful.
So Rearguard Falls marks the near uppermost limit that the Chinook salmon migrate to, so they do jump over these falls. So last time we were here there was hundreds of them jumping up these falls, so the water level's a lot lower than what it would be early in the season when we've got the spring melt. I'm just going to take you down and give you a look at the falls from the lower extremity, and this is just beautiful here. Got to negotiate some people here.
we've just left the town of Barriere and we're about 70 kilometres out of our destination for the night, which is Kamloops. Kamloops is located in south central British Columbia at the confluence of the North and South Thompson Rivers, which join to become the Thompson River in Kamloops and East Kamloops Lake.
Kamloops is surrounded on all sides by rugged natural beauty, with stunning hoodoos, more than 100 lakes, and many parks and trails at its doorstep. Outdoor adventure is never far away. A hoodoo, also known a tent rock, fairy chimney or earth pyramid, is a tall, thin spire of rock formed by erosion. Hoodoos typically consist of relatively soft rock, topped by harder, less easily eroded stone that protects each column from the elements. From challenging backcountry adventures to a leisurely stroll along the river, you'll find an outdoor activity in every season. Golfing, paddling, hiking, biking, fishing, skiing and motorsports are just some of the fun ways to get out into nature and venture through the vast expanse.
Kamloops was incorporated in 1893 with about 500 residents. The Canadian Pacific Railway was completed through downtown in 1886 and the Canadian National arrived in 1912, making Kamloops an important transportation hub. The city's economy includes healthcare, tourism, education, transportation and natural resource extraction industries.
Popular attractions in Kamloops include the Adams River Sockeye Salmon Run, the BC Wildlife Park, Kamloops Heritage Railway, Kamloops Wine Trail, Sekwempik Indigenous Museum and Tranquil Sanatorium. In 2014, Brewloops Beer Festival was established and promotes Kamloops culture across the city throughout the year. Brewloops celebrates BC craft beer, music and live entertainment with the wider Kamloops community.
The blossoming food and drink scene in Kamloops might come unexpected to some, but those in the know are hardly surprised. With 5 unique microbreweries, 3 distilleries, 2 cideries and 3 established wineries, there are plenty of options to sip and swirl your way through the Thompson Valley. Join us on our next adventure as we visit the Dreams Cycle Motorcycle Museum on our way to Revelstoke in British Columbia.